Hello everyone. How are we all doing today? Beelbup, I'm here now. Welcome. So, how has everyone's day been so far? I am excited to actually be getting on with something finally. And, I don't really have much to say, but I can't be bothered to change the screen yet. Okay, anyway, right, yes. I'm meant to be streaming, aren't I? Hello everyone. Welcome back to this, whatever it is. I'm not sure anymore. Anyway, here's a stream. Boom. Here's my game. My game is broken. I see what's broken. Okay, cool. Nope, shit. Okay, right, I forget. This is full screen capture. So, I have a list of what to do today, roughly. Basically, I just need to get entities working. We have a basic principle of how they're going to work. So there's going to be like objects, and there's going to be AIs, and AIs will control how some of the objects work. Because some of the objects are going to be still objects, some of them are going to be people or whatever. And I just have a little note on a scrap of paper here, which I'm just going to prop up right behind you there. Get petted. Also, we have the usual stream music. Anyway. This is good. Okay, cool. So first things first, there is some old infrastructure we need to delete. So we can get rid of this. And get rid of that. All the objects need to do is get drawn. And we should probably clear up some stuff in the pause screen as well. No, that's fine actually. Hang on, does... Yeah, no, entity... Yep, entity has a render, that's cool. Ah, I forgot the fucking... Okay, there isn't a let there, it's just... Okay, linked entity. I need to remember what that actually means. Because I'm not using the full word entity, because that would be a bloody bulky word to write. But the linked entity is going to be a number dictating which entity within the current cell's object list is controlled by this AI. There also needs to be some other variables in here, I think. Oh yeah, it needs to have a path and a goal. Equals initialized as blank. And we should probably have them starting with a mode. No, mode. Because when an entity is created, it will need to know if it's going to be immediately hostile, pacing about randomly, or whatever. And we already have these functions in from elsewhere. So just for example, here is actually the Pathfinding Test. I believe I've shown this before on other streams, but let's just open this in Chrome. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, sure, that's good. No, that's not what I wanted it to do. Hang on. Wait, no. There we go. Okay, indexed HTML. Here it is. This blue thing is an AI, or it's a dot representing a position of an AI, and the red dot is its goal. There's also a hidden pathfinding grid, which I can just show in here. Apparently I removed the stuff for it, so I don't know how to get it back. But yeah, this is what it does. That's what all those functions there are. And yes, they do need to be separate from each other. Oh, I have a run configuration that I need to delete. Actually, maybe I don't. Who knows? So, now that we have that, we have objects list. We have in the setup list, where is objects? Also, we need to delete this, because this doesn't need to exist. Objects is blank, so we just need to put in it one test object. Actually, first, let's make sure it does work now. Yeah, it's working. This is our current test cell. There's a couple things I need to fix. As you can see through ceilings when you jump. Also, the mouse sensitivity is way too high, and I'm not programmed a way to turn it down. And pausing works, cool. Why does that matter? Because it literally wasn't working for a while. So let's just add a new object to the objects list. Oh, that's in caps. Now it's a new entity with an X of, I don't know, like, I don't remember the scale. That should be in a good place though. Spreadsheet of, I forgot what it's called. Imp sprite, because we're just using a test spreadsheet that I've got of the Doom imps. You've probably seen it before if you've been on any of my other programming streams. So it equals 50. Height is 200. Going to be very tall, so no, 175. There we go. So now we save that, we run it. There we go, there's a thing here now. Isn't that cool? But there is some other stuff we need to define about it, I've realised. It needs to have an angle. Which, shit, I deleted the code. Wait, no I didn't. We can just copy this code here up to the entity class and replace the render with it. There you go, let's see, is there anything missing? Okay, this dot angle actually is. Which we can start as 0. Because anything with that, anything that isn't an AI should stay at 0 for manageability. And its angle will be controlled directly by the AI if it isn't. Oh shoot. Angle, just gonna put it here. There we go, so now this render should make sense. Theoretically nothing should change here. Nope, it has changed. Things now facing south. That shouldn't happen. Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay, that's right. For now. Okay, cool. Anyway. That's working. We know we need to pause it and back to here. Okay, so the rendering is good. There's going to be some more fixes we need to add to this eventually. There's going to need to be some specific sprite definitions so things will walk around when they're walking, they'll actually attack when they're attacking. Now, let's get the AIs working. Let's just define them as a list, as usual. Let AIs, and then in the setup, nope, not let. AIs equals a list, which has one new AI, which just needs a an HP of, I don't know, like 50. It's kind of arbitrary at this point. Linked entity is going to be 0, and mode is going to be H, I guess, for hostile. I don't know, a lot of stuff I haven't decided yet. Now, here we get an iteration through the AI loop, through the AI list, where everyone does the full pathfinding. And at the end of the full pathfinding, we need to add a new thing. We need to go objects this dot linked dot x equals this. There we go. Okay. And then we need to do this for y and z and angle. Oh, it doesn't work. Okay. Cannot set properties of undefined. Why not? Line 543, okay, yeah, so it's here. Object, this dot linked entity. Does it not exist? This dot linked entity is 0, and that one clearly has a 0. Hold on. Just gonna comment that stuff out. Okay, it seems to be undefined, despite the fact that it's very clearly defined. Goodness sake, okay. Well, we need to figure out why object 0 doesn't exist. Hang on, if we put it in a different scope, maybe. Shoot, but this won't work, so we just need to change it to I. You know, I'm just going to quickly mute this Discord server. Yes, there we go. Define setting X. Okay, it doesn't like that. Let's just... Oh, okay, I'm an idiot. I figured it out. I have figured it out. Entity doesn't have capital T's. That really is a small brain move. There we go. Now it works. Except it doesn't. Woohoo, why did it not work? I feel like it's getting grumpy because it doesn't like the fact that positions are being changed. I mean, that shouldn't affect anything. It's not like this accounts for any change in their position. Let's just actually put into here, just it telling us where it is. Nan. Okay, it stops existing. Why does it stop existing? The only way that could happen is if the AI that's controlling it stops existing. So let's put that here. Yep, it stops existing. What's the problem? Oh, the problem is I believe it needs the AIs need a speed, which I haven't defined yet. So they're just kind of collapsing because they are trying to move by an undefined number. Begin game. Okay. Here we go. AI's speed. Let's just say 4. I think is a reasonable number. There we go. Okay, well. Oh yeah, here's the thing. They always look away. Oh, that's why there was the plus 180. Okay. Well, I'm just going to hide behind a wall. Does it still work? Hang on. Just going to bounce here because I've got to do it. Oh my god, okay, I just went straight there. What the fuck? Okay, it just blipped out of existence, I guess. Yeah. You know, I'm just going to fucking close Discord. There we go. Problem solved. So, why does it stop existing when it reaches the player? Follow here and follow path. We need to stop it from actually reaching the player. Also, we are just going to add in this plus 180 again. This just will stop anything. Well, actually, no, this will make it so they're facing the player, but for still entities, you just got to remember that 0 is in a different place. Also, is the step up still working? Just a quick test. Can it step up there? No, it's broken. Okay, why is it broken? For some reason, it's not calculating the y-axis anymore. That is what we're going to fix first. Oh, I know why it's not, because there's certain other things that need to be recalculated. Let's just put it in the things rendering. There we go, okay. There we go, now it should work. Now, step up there. There we go. Okay, cool. Now we just need to make it attached to there. Okay, should it work? It should work. Yes, it does. Okay, good. I just had a bit of a small worry that there's potentially a thing where it would see that there was another wall segment in the wrong place and it would break. But that seems to not be an issue, which is good. And there's also some prints that we don't need. So, just search for console. Don't need that anymore. We know it all works. And this one up here. There we go. Okay, wait, no, that's not a there we go. There's still much more to do. That doesn't need to be there either. How did that survive so long? Okay, so. What now? Oh yeah, we need to make it so they don't disappear when they reach the same position as their goal. We need to make it so they... Ooh, this is where we start defining more things on an AI. An AI needs a minimum and a maximum melee range. Which I believe should be a fixed value. That makes sense. So you know what? Let's put that in global scope, because it's going to be the same for everything, theoretically. So where is my? There it is. This is a god awful mess, and I need to fix it. Okay, let melee min equal 75, I think. Yes, that's correct, and let and melee max needs to equal I don't know, what's a reasonable distance? To be fair, 75 already feels like way too much, but that is the minimum distance it can be without it breaking the player camera. I think melee max should be, like, let's just double it to 150. Oh, now that's 1000, that's a bloody lot. Okay, so. We need to add a little thing here. Actually, we need to add a little check if it's going to the player or not. Wait, no, we don't. We just need to calculate before it moves, or after it moves. It's going to check if it's within melee range of the player. What's this? Oh, this is it optimizing its path after it's moved. Okay. Actually, let's create a new function, because we do need a new function for it. This is going to be entering combat, so like not tracking the player long distance. It's just going to check if it's within melee range of the player, and then if it is, it's going to begin running combat stuff instead of the pathfinding. I'm just thinking. Actually, no, this should go in the full pathfinding here, so it runs every frame, or runs all the time. And this should be moved into the follow path function. There we go. Okay. This to follow path, and then it should run that's absolutely going to cause problems later when I have passive AIs, but we will burn that bridge when we get to it. Okay, so melee check. Let's define that. This is going to use some calculations we've used before. We've got this whole thing somewhere. Hold on, where is it? Surely it's got to have been written in one of these. Okay, first of all, if this dot x, this dot z, no, is less than melee max, and there you go, have another set of brackets, stop complaining, and the distance is greater than the melee minimum, no, shut up, I'm trying to, oh, I pressed control instead of shift. And it will enter combat mode, which means mode becomes M for melee. No, M, there we go, goodness. And this whole thing is going to become full pathfinding. Is just going to, how do I do this? We indent that and go if mode equals H. There we go, that's a thing. Now that that's done, the melee check is a bit rudimentary so far. So it needs to also check if it's actually got a clear path between it and the player. So this is where we have hang on, this should be the exact check we're looking for. Yeah, I think it is. Okay. We just need to optimize what happens. So for eye of walls, okay, no, that needs to be player X and player Z. Player Z, there we go. If it is, so if it intersects a line, that's bad. And if there are no walls between the AI and player, enter melee. And I would be spelling melee properly, but I don't have the correct keys on my keyboard for that. Okay, you can remove that little for loop there. It just needs to be this. There we go, okay. That all seems correct. Oh no, we switch. We use a switch statement, that would be so much better. How do I use those again? I forget the... Okay, switch, brackets, squiggly brackets, case, no brackets. Okay. Right, squiggly brackets, delete that. Case, H. There you go. Just tab that in. And break. Don't ask me why break is the only thing where I use semicolon at the end, I don't quite know. Then we need case, M. Just sort of... We'll write a function for that later. So you know what, we'll just put a console.log saying it's doing it. Doing melee. There we go, cool. And a check to see if the... Hold on, where's this? Here, okay. Here it will say this dot mode equals H, and it will break the loop. Shut up, please don't pause my music. Yes, I'm still listening. Oh, other side's up next. Everyone loves other side, don't they? And then it runs the melee check again, just in case the player's moved. Actually, the melee check should be always run. So, let's test what happens when it gets near to the player. Doing melee, okay, cool. It also needs to face the player. So it needs to do some calculation, I guess. And then if we move back, also we have a little thing here that I was doing just for a demo. Okay, so it doesn't exit melee mode. Why doesn't it exit melee mode? Oh, because there's only the wolf check. Okay, else if it's further away, this dot mode equals H as well. Ooh, no, don't highlight everything. Refresh that, should work now. Hey you, stop. And stop. It's doing melee again. Then we move back, and it starts moving towards us. We move to this side. Then it... Okay. Another thing is, when it's in melee mode, it needs to keep constantly pointing towards the player. It also needs to, if it is found to be in melee range, it needs to clear its path. Because that way it won't do something we just saw it doing, where it walks in a different direction before coming back to you. Because, for example, it could have been tracking, it would track you to here. And then it would continue going that way. Oh, there is another thing I need to add in the short repathing it has at the end of follow path here. Where is it? This. It's going to run this specifically on the player's new coordinates. Otherwise, it will forever try doing this thing where it basically paths to the player. Well, no, paths to one set position, and never, if it sees the player, it won't try to change its path to move towards them until it's reached where the player was originally. It's like, if you've ever played the game Sniper Elite, I think is the only thing I can think of, where, like, there's that little ghost that appears of you when you move sometimes. So enemies will go tracking towards that, and only once they're there will they look for you again. Except they will prioritise going to the except for this, it's prioritising going to the ghost instead of going to you. So we need to just run this little check here where it first checks for the player's coordinates, the player's new coordinates, no matter what, and then if it can't find it, it goes, yeah, sure, okay. It goes, okay, I guess I'll walk to the player instead of where the player was a minute ago. And, oh god, this should make it seem more natural. Apart from the fact that they still, like, float across the floor because I don't... Oh, it stopped existing, okay. There's a distance function that I'm calling wrong. On line 473, okay. 473. Because I've forgotten the syntax for what the path is meant to look like. Okay. Oh, okay, I know what it is. It's just an extra set of brackets here. Because it's meant to contain multiple sets of coordinates. Let's try that again. Okay, there we go. Oh, it does, okay. This is kind of creepy. Actually, not creepy, it's exactly how you'd expect something that's trying to chase you and kill you to act. Although I'm actually kind of stuck in this corner now because... Collision. Oh no, I'm not, okay. Don't want me just going this way. Yeah, we need to implement the walking animation. Also, just as a quick test, I need to get a more complicated map, I think. So, walls and grid. Ah, shoot, those are not correctly syntaxed for this, are they? No, they're not. Oh, I just need to minimize everything because we don't need it right now. Let's check the setup. Walls, yeah, they need, what is that, 2 or 3 more parameters? So those ones have 4, these have 7 things you're expected to have. Actually, we can just copy this and paste it into the whole thing. And I don't believe that the grid has anything different. No, I believe I made them exactly the same. So now we just go like this. Minimize that grid. This new walls just needs a little bit of a ka-chow. Blur, the words from my mouth are sometimes strange. Oh, also everything probably needs to be made like double the size, because this map's going to be way too small. So let's just make it 10 times, I think. Should be good. So a whole load of zeros going in here. That's a lot easier than having to double some numbers, despite the doubling being probably equally as easy. Oh shoot, this one escaped punishment. Not punishment, it just needs some variables added. Anyway, only 12 times however many rows there are of zeros to put in. It's not too bad, right? And yeah, the floors aren't going to line up, but that doesn't actually matter. I smartly made it so that you can't, so you won't fall into the void when there's no floor beneath you. Oh shoot, they just don't need to be that. That's just going to be a very tall wall. Of course some of the rows had 4 walls on them, why wouldn't they? More zeros here now. No, that's that. You know, why wouldn't I have kept the way I wrote them consistent to 3 walls per line, like I always do, or 3 items per line as I usually do for things this size? Actually, because they had less variables in them to be managed on that other version. Anyway, we just need to do the same to the grid. I should probably write a map design tool for this, otherwise making the final game is going to be literal hell. There we go. Now, hopefully no one should be out of... Oh, we also need to just delete a couple of floors. Oh, okay, there's... Wait, no, this is exactly the map I designed. Wait, it's working, okay, cool. Although... part of it is missing for some reason. I just need to go... File... for some reason, just a whole chunk of the map is missing. Why are so many of the walls just not here in this version? So I recognise this bit. There should be another thing back. There should be another thing through here. Because that wall is across there. So I see the problem. Okay. There's a wall that's in the wrong place. Or that's been extended wrong. And also let's just put the player so they start really high up in the world so I can see everything. For a second before we gravity down. This one. Yeah, it's there. There's a wall that's been extended too far. And one that's just straight up missing. Oh, hold on. Okay, yeah, I see what the problem is. I've put an extra 0 in somewhere. Should be pretty noticeable. Hopefully. Now, where's that 500 go to? Hello, Kite. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing great today. Just trying to get my AI to not be as stupid. And okay, so that's what that wall was. How are you today? Oh, thank you for the follow. Very kind. Right now I'm trying to find a wall that is in the wrong place. Because actually if I just refresh this, look down and pause, that thing along there should not be that long. It shouldn't even be in that direction, it should be going to there. Which suggests I have something with an extra 0, but I can't find where that extra 0 is. Do I know game development? Well, I mean, I kind of know what I'm doing. I'm mostly winging it, really. Do we have anything else at 9? Okay, hold on. Is that the problem? That might be the problem. I don't think anything goes to 9,000. Okay, that's better. That almost fixed it, so maybe we just make that. You know Java? That's impressive. I think I don't know Java. How to learn coding? Well, see, that's a tough thing to give advice on because everyone learns different. I learned by just saying, okay, this is a thing I want to make. How do I mean, really, it's like a fucking where to start, I'd say, is choose the language you want to learn or the library or whatever. They usually have basic tutorials for them, so start with that. Really, learn the basic features you need for what you want to make, or start with learning basic things. Really, like learn how to make it. Everyone starts with some sort of text-based game. So, God, I'm bad at this. But yeah, I'd say pick a language, start by learning the basics. No, that's too much. What kind of game am I developing? I am making a first-person fantasy adventure game inspired mostly by the old Elder Scrolls titles. And no, I'm not full-time. I am a college student, and this is actually my coursework. But you know, might as well use it to make content too. And now I have finally opened up this full test map properly. So this guy is correctly tracking us now, which I don't like. And then boom, it stops once it reaches us, and we don't actually have any way of doing anything. Undergraduate or master? Neither. Because I don't know what that means. Wait, no, I do. Hold on. I now know that you are American, right? Because those are things you do at university in my country, which is not the same thing that I'm doing. Ah, fuck. Wait, no, this means it's working. Okay, sorry, my bad. You know, I'm in England where college means the last level of school you do as a child. So, like, I don't know what it's called for you. But like I you know, it's not that level of education. Okay. Well, this is now mostly working, it seems. The next thing is to make it so they actually face towards you once they've decided that they're in melee range. Just minimize some shite. Melee range. Will be an AI. Shut up, I don't care about your changes. Okay, if it is in the range, no, it's this one. There we go. I need to set the angle. I need to. Fuck's sake. God, the maths. I have to do maths. Right then. In here, it has some calculations. Oh wait, no, this is exactly what we need. We just copy this. You just need to change this to specifically the player's coordinates. How did I come up with my Twitch name? It was a thing that was basically some random words thrown together by me and a friend. We were like, okay, because I used to have some stupid name that was an inside joke from a couple years ago, then I went off that, and we were like, okay, what should I be called? Then we just came up with some random words, threw them together, and somehow it stuck. It's sadly a kind of boring story, really. How's the weather? Right now it's alright. But at the moment it's generally too hot, really, but like right now it's not too bad. Okay, I need to make it stop spawning us in the air now. Why the fuck is this guy not turning properly? So here in the melee check... Wait, where's the melee check running? It's everything, right? Full path. Yeah, the melee check runs always. Is it going to be a mobile game or a PC game? It is going to be a PC game. Because that's the only platform I know how to make games for. I mean, I probably could turn it into a mobile game. I could make like on-screen controls in the area down here, but I think that's beyond my scope for the time being. Am I going to sell it? Maybe, actually. Wait, no, I won't. I can't. It's because I'm using JavaScript and whatnot to run it. I basically have to have it as a browser-based game, and yeah, no, the way I've developed it so far, I don't think that's going to be possible. It would have to be freely accessible. Where's my... That is okay. Okay, so angle... How many games have I developed? There was one. There have been a couple of projects I've done, but nothing I've ever completed and released. Well, apart from one very atrocious thing for a very short game jam I decided to enter for some reason a while ago, but I don't remember where any files are for that, so I can't show it to you. There's like a couple of very bad quality roguelike games I've made in Python, and then a test version, like a previous version of this that I tried making, which didn't go so well because I did not use a reasonable way of making 3D graphics, which might be in my... and I might be able to show you, I'm not sure. How do I open a new folder? Oh, it's here, okay. Oh, for God's sake, I have no way of opening it. Wait, yes I do. I always have ways of opening things. Oh, for God's sake, it doesn't work. Okay. Okay, I can't show you this because I'd need to change my server address, and to do that I'd have to temporarily show my computer's IP address, which I can't do because that's a terrible idea. And how have I learnt? I partially through actual lessons, mostly through finding features I need to learn and then teaching myself. Because the library I'm using is called p5.js, which honestly their reference page is actually really well laid out. So like anything I needed to know is all on here. So it's mostly just looking at whatever I want to know, and they have all the syntax laid out, and it's... yeah, that's how I learn actually. I use the documentation. Contrary to what most people do, apparently. Ah, shite, I closed it. Now, why isn't this working? Now, let's put this... this should go... oh, I'm not actually sure. Let's just copy it out to here, maybe. Okay, fixing this first, actually. We need to stop spawning in the air. So, player starts on the floor at 0. Okay, that's still not working. Hang on. Okay, copying. Oh, no. Copy that. Remove it from here. Okay. That. And then in here, is it? Did it? Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. Okay. There's nothing telling it to actually copy its angle over to the object that it's controlling. That makes sense. Why are we back up in the air? I thought I fixed this. Zero, there we go. Now. Yes, it works. It's always facing towards you when it's in melee range now. Bye. Yep, there it is. It's found me. Ooh, go this way. And it can still find me. Gonna need to fix that interaction thing because that's not how that should work anymore. Goodbye again. I'm running off just to test your pathfinding abilities. And eventually it should come right around that corner and start running at us. Goodbye. Stop. Okay, cool. That was the main thing. Now we just do bulk testing. That is 3 entities. Let's just put them at different places. Let's change these up. 0. That one's going to control 1 and that one's going to control 2. Okay, refresh. There's one there. And I have no idea where the other ones are. There's every chance that they're just outside of the arena. Yeah, I think I spawned them in the wrong places. Oh no, it's because the AIs are updating them back to one specific place. Okay. Okay, there's one. Well, the game's not freezing, which suggests they are actually outside of, or they're inside of it, but... Oh, yep, there's another one. Did that just fucking come through a wall? Oh, yes, this is exactly what I wanted them to do. Oh, there's the other one. That also just came through a wall. Huh. Okay, there is a slight issue with the rendering, but that's literally not something we can fix. That's just how it works. But look at them. I have created something that feels almost sentient. Actually, it's in no way. It's able to find its way around a grid. Even I could do that. Oh, and now they've all coalesced. Okay, well, that was pretty much the entire plan for this stream. But I'm not ending just yet. There's more stuff I need to do, but I am going to just take a short break to have lunch. So, thanks for being here. I'll be back in a minute. Shit, forgot to mute. Okay everyone, hi. I know I said I'd be back after a short break, but I do actually have stuff to do this afternoon. So I'm going to be leaving this here for now. So thanks for watching. Not sure if this is going to go... Actually, I will put it on the VOD channel. But, I don't make my programming streams into videos. It's too difficult. But, not really much else to say. I guess thanks for watching. Please follow if you haven't already. Subscribe to my YouTube. Join the Discord. Yada, yada, yada. Love you all. Goodbye. My next stream is going to be tomorrow, Thursday, at the usual time. We're going to continue Skyrim. We're going to go deal with the necromancers. Anyway, see yous round.